Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Mau-Kapow. That's right. Yeah. Woo! Woo! That's right. It's been a while since I've last uploaded. A very long time. I believe. What yap sesh are we on? 7? The last one was. Yeah, it doesn't matter. My gift to you this Christmas is a yap sesh. That's right. And no better way to celebrate the Christmas season than, consumerism. And hype. Woo! Woo! 'Tis the season to consume. Consume cookies. Product. And today's product is Apple. Yes. No, not the fruit, but the company, the tech company, to be specific. And Apple is a company that I have many years of experience using. I have all sorts of their products. We're gonna be talking about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly about Apple. Start off with some glazing, a little bit of light glazing, maybe some heavy glazing. Who knows? Who cares? But they make some pretty good stuff. Very good quality. One of my favorite things about Apple is that the amount of time in which they support like certain phones and computers, the amount of time that they're allotted like the software is like eons. I have an iPhone 13 Pro, and I think I'm still gonna get updates for like another 2 years, which is plenty amount of time for me to save up and get myself a new phone. Well, that is if I get I'm gonna say the J word. Trigger warning. A job. But yeah, it is pretty dope. Yeah, and frankly, my iPhone 13 Pro still holds up very well. The pictures that it takes are beautiful. The videos, incredible. As a matter of fact, the iPhone 13 Pro was the first one to introduce cinematic mode, which is a camera-style film where essentially it pretty much gives a very nice depth of field effect to any sort of video and that sort of thing. I've used it a couple times. It's very nice. It's a very. I'm not out here making movies, although I wish I was. I would love to get into videography, and it's a start, and it's capable of shooting raw photos, and technically it can shoot ProRes, but only in, I believe, HD, ProRes HD 30. Instead of the newer ones can do ProRes 4K 60 now, I believe. But either way, this phone still holds up great. My one complaint is that I can't find cases for it anymore. It's like, I think it was like one of the lesser popular. It didn't sell the most. It didn't sell as much as the newer or older iPhone Pros, because people always either shilling out for the Pro Max Ultra Mega HD Sonic and Mario at the Olympics. But yeah, I think they're designed very well. You get many years from it, and frankly, I've been able to like stretch out the storage capacity for a good long while. So I'm perfectly happy with this. I might upgrade to the standard iPhone, just a regular iPhone, the base model iPhone, because I've been more interested in doing videography with like a more professional camera. So, and those are expensive, so I think I might save the money I could save if I were to not go for the Pro, but go for the regular one, which is already like vast upgrades. I'm going from a 12 megapixel camera to a 48 megapixel camera, I believe. The selfie camera is 18 megapixels, which is what I find to be very awesome and cool, because now that has like the same amount of megapixels as my super old Nikon Coolpix, which is a more heavily pronounced, like more professional camera, which honestly I prefer the style of. Like, I prefer the film grain, but that's a topic for a different video. It's made out of aluminum, so it's no longer going to be stainless steel, I believe. It has, oh yeah, it has the camera control button. I'm not the biggest fan of the camera control button. I think it's cool, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I really would. Maybe for zooming in and changing like small profiles, I don't think I'll be using it that often. Frankly, I feel like the camera control button could have just been a Touch ID. Oh, I miss my Touch ID from when I had an iPhone SE. Dude, Touch ID was so goated, because then you can just put your thumb on it, and you don't gotta set it. You don't gotta start mogging to your selfie camera to just look at your messages. Oh yeah, and it has 120 hertz, so so it has ProMotion. That's no longer exclusive to the Pro phones. It is now a base feature. That is if you're not going for the 16E, which is the most bang for your buck. Well, actually, it's the most terrible value. Actually, even though it's the cheapest, it's the most terrible value, because you're not getting MagSafe. You're only getting one camera. You're not even getting Pro. Don't get the 16E. It is a terrible deal or value, unless you can get it huge mega discounts. Then which, all right. It comes with 256 gigabytes base storage, which is the same amount of storage that my computer has. I have a MacBook, which I'm recording on, and what I use to edit a lot of these videos, which is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh, and it has... Oh, yeah, that's right. The newer ones have USB-C, which is great. I can't wait to switch to USB-C so I can just ditch Lightning. Oh, yeah, that's right. It has the Dynamic Island, which was introduced after the iPhone 13. And it's it's just the island thing, I don't really care for it that much. People clown on the notch, but honestly, I think the little floating bubbles in the middle of the screen, that irks me a little bit. I do have the action button, which I'm probably not going to use at all. I'm just going to leave it as the... actually, I might actually change it to a different feature, because I never have my phone in with the ringer on. I always have it in silent. That's right. I have satellite GPS. I have the crash detection, so if I ever get in a car crash, it'll automatically dial the emergency services. And honestly, it's just the base model is just, it's on par with the Pro phones and more, which is what the base model should be. It should be, over time, things should be getting better and improving. And it hasn't really, the price of the regular base model iPhone hasn't really changed that much. It's stayed the same price, $800 without trade-in. With the trade-in, it's probably gonna be how much could I get a trade-in for mine? I'd probably be able to get... Oh, you get it for $569. Nice. So that's that's not bad. If I work a couple weekends, I could probably save up for it pretty fast. But yeah, it is pretty awesome. I'm probably gonna get a colorful one. I don't want to be a basic bitch and just get the black or the white. Honestly, the lavender is kind of nice. I like the lavender color. But Miss Blue, oh, this green. Oh, I also really like the green, the sage. Ooh, decisions. My favorite color is purple. Most of my wardrobe is blue. But that green, it's calling my name. I think I might stick with the blue, because it's on theme with a lot of my stuff. But yeah, this is just this base model as is, the most bare bones one you can get is already a huge improvement. I'm pretty sure the processors are significantly faster too. So yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. After that, Oh, and honestly, I might switch to Beats instead of having AirPods because they fall out of my ears. AirPods are great. AirPods are great. They get good battery life, noise canceling, great, audio quality, great. I wish I could get a little bit more bass. I wish I could get some more bass and treble and that sort of thing. But they are getting pretty old. Mine are getting pretty old though. Mine are starting to battery life starting to tank. I feel like someone or something is lurking just outside of my field of view. I keep seeing things. I'm going insane. Anyways, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna get the Pro like at all. But yeah. And the current MacBook Air that I have, yes, I'm rocking them base model bare bones MacBook Air that I got like for sub $1,000, which is, you know, for a lot of people $1,000 is a lot, especially for a computer. When you could probably get the thing I like about the MacBook is it's very portable. It's super fucking like sturdy and shit. I got it in the midnight blue, so it's a very nice blue. It's screen, colors, perfect, great. Speakers, I'm thoroughly impressed by how good the speakers are. Like, I've listened to like speakers on like computers that are like more expensive than this one, and they sound like utter like dog shit. And frankly, I'm thoroughly impressed by how good of a deal this is. And it has the M2 processor. The M series chips has been such a win for Apple because of how powerful and efficient they are. And it's incredible how much power you're able to get from these. And this would be so good for gaming if only it had games. Games, but no games. I could play unlimited games, but I have 0 games. It's a struggle, guys. It's a struggle. But yeah, this thing's great. It'll last me for years. I don't plan on upgrading anytime soon. Although, I will say, I got this like a month before they announced the M3 series chip, which is when they started like pushing for like, oh, this now supports like 3 times better ray tracing and frame rate for gaming. This is like, oh! And they upgraded the base storage. They upgraded it to I think 500 now. They upgraded it from 8 gigabytes of RAM to 16 gigabytes of RAM. So literally any base model like MacBook Air after this one is like perfect. It's great. It'll last you probably longer than this one. I don't really have a reason to upgrade outside of, you know, maybe better performance, but even then it's like I'm perfectly fine. I don't need it. I'll use this one until this one like starts like having an aneurysm on me. It's probably not for like another 4 years at the very least. I know this thing will last me. It'll last me, which is, you know, very good. I will say iMovie started glitching out on me. iMovie is the video editing software, like the video software that I've been using for like years now, since the very start of this YouTube channel. I've been using iMovie. I first started using it on my phone. Then from there, I went to iMovie on my iPad. I rarely use that thing. I only really use it for like drawing and stuff. I don't really consume content. I've used. Then from there, I went from the iPad to the MacBook Air, and this has, you know, been the most capable I've been able to make everything. And just recently, during the most recent video, the Resident Evil video, it's just started. I had created half of the video. I had like edited like half of the video, and then it just crashed. It just wouldn't open. It wouldn't. It was holding my video hostage. So I made a different project, started from scratch, completed it, holding it hostage again. It wouldn't export the video. It wouldn't let me download it. It was a pain. And then, so, you know what? I gave up. I downloaded DaVinci Resolve, and that's what I recreated that entire video, added more, removed some stuff, just refine it a little bit more. And that was great. Dude, I've been loving it. DaVinci Resolve has been a great deal of help. And, that the last Yap Sesh was the last iMovie video. And the last episode, the last Resident Evil video was the first DaVinci Resolve video. So hopefully, DaVinci Resolve allows me to improve significantly better. Allow for some improved video editing like video editing, better, higher quality, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a sad but necessary leap for me to jump away from iMovie, which many of the boys have been like, dude, really, iMovie? Just use DaVinci Resolve, or what's the Adobe one? Either way, I'm not paying for Adobe, bro. That shit's expensive. I don't got that kind of dough. I'm broke. But yeah, I will say my one complaint about the MacBook Airs is that there's not enough ports. You only get 2 USB-C ports, an audio jack, and a MagSafe. For those of you who don't know what MagSafe is, it's like a wireless charging thing. Little prongs. Those of you who are especially old absolutely know what I'm talking about, and those of you who don't live in the walled garden ecosystem cult are like, what's this guy freaking on about? It's just an array of magnets that help you charge your phone. It's on the iPhone too. It's also called MagSafe, but this is, I think, the 3rd generation of MagSafe for the computers. Works great, charges fast. Is very good, especially if somebody stumbles across your cable, and it just stumbles across the charging cable, and they just trip on it, and it'll just unplug, no problems, no worries, and everybody will be okay. Nobody's gonna fall and die, and nobody's port is gonna be ripped out and destroyed. That's great. That's always been something I really enjoyed about this. I might upgrade to a Pro, mostly because of the fans. Okay, the way the MacBook Airs are built is that they're super thin, super quiet, but they get super hot. Whenever I'm gaming, whenever I'm doing super actually it mostly only happens whenever I'm gaming. It gets super hot and it gets super warm. They have a vapor chamber, a built-in vapor chamber that distributes water wherever it's and it cools down. A vapor chamber. The new iPhone Pros have them, and that's really cool. I thought that was a very cool innovation that they added to the Pros. And they made the Pro also, if you're gonna get a new phone and you're not gonna be shooting films, or gonna be you're not gonna do professional photography, don't get the Pro. Don't waste your money. Get the regular iPhone. It is significantly better bang for your buck. You can get it in some very nice colors. And just don't waste your money. Just get what is necessary to you. Get what is... Yeah, that's pretty much how people should be buying things, is just get what's necessary for you. I like the Pro. I was considering the Pro because I do photography. I do. I'd like to get into videography, but my camera sensors and video sensors are just But I'm looking into different avenues to explore that, other than getting a newest, most expensive phone. So just get what you need. If you're not going to be making an award-winning film like F1, which uses the camera sensors from Apple's camera sensors in certain aspects, then you're not going to need the Pro. You're not going to need it. Just get the regular iPhone. Also, the iPhone Air is really cool and is a good I like it whenever they try to do something funky or fun, because it just opens up the avenue for them to do something or to incorporate that technology into other things. Like, for example, the iPhone Air has most of like the technology and stuff in that little like notch island, and most of the phone is just battery and screen, and that's really cool. And also, a lot of people are worried that it's brittle. It's not. It has titanium. Titanium is a very, like, pretty much nearly indestructible metal, so it can take a hit. It can take a hit, and you will be perfectly fine. I believe Jerry Riggs Everything made a video on him trying to bend the iPhone Air. And realistically, you're not gonna bend it with your butt. No matter, even the biggest of backs, me included, are not gonna bend it with our butts. It's not gonna happen. You don't gotta worry. It's a cool phone, and it is like magic. Like, I held one like when I went to the Apple store because I was trying to get an AirTag, Apple AirTag, because they were on sale. And I held one, and it was like it felt like air. Pun intended, very much. It was an iPhone Air that felt like air. It felt weightless compared to my iPhone 13 Pro, which is made out of stainless steel. It's a very dense and heavy metal, which still allows it to take a hit. But damn, it was light. And also, even like the iPhone Pro Max felt lighter than my iPhone 13 Pro, because it uses aluminum for heat dissipation instead of titanium or stainless steel. And that was like, wow, like that's crazy. But yeah. Whew. Apple, they're doing some crazy stuff. Oh, and Apple's like changing management. So pretty much they're shifting a lot of internal things, and from what I've seen, it looks, things are looking up for Apple, because they're changing to more creative management instead of it being more about the numbers. They're more about like creating something that's like genuinely awesome or insightful, which is essentially what Apple was. It was a way of making things more accessible to people and, like, you know, simplifying it and making it work well, which pretty much what the original Macintosh was. But yeah, my Apple Watch is slowly withering away. I have the first generation SE, which came out like, I want to say 2020, 2019. I got it during the pandemic. That felt like eons ago now. So we're about to enter 2026. I've had this for like 5 years. It works perfectly fine. My one complaint is that the battery is like dying on me more frequently than I would like it to. Especially when I would go hiking. When it's on the way back from the hike is when I use it the most, and that's when it dies on me. It's like right when we're like heading back. It's like, oh, battery's at 5%. Great. Just when I need you the most. You're just gonna die on me. And yeah, they make some pretty good stuff, and they make some pretty terrible decisions. Oh my god. Holy crap, you're telling me to upgrade the storage? Crazy. It's mind-boggling to me. And just to upgrade things, that's how they get you. That's how they squeeze you for your money, is when you just start, you know, maybe I'd like to get 500 gigabytes of storage instead of 200. I'm like, oh, is that so? $300 for an extra 250 gigabytes. Excuse me, what? How much is the rest of the computer worth if it's just that much for that small portion of gigabytes? Holy crap, dude. And then, you know, upgrading RAM, that sort of thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Dude, upgrading, the moment you decide to deviate from the base models, that's when it gets real pricey. I don't need a terabyte of storage on my phone. Well, actually, like, maybe. Right now, iCloud has been a big help for many reasons. Mostly, you know, being able to share my files across all of my devices, which is, you know, one of the things about Apple is that, you know, it's seamless. Everything works together very seamlessly. I rarely have any issues. The only issues are whenever I'm like doing something on my computer, but I'm listening to something on my phone, and sometimes I get in this fight with my AirPods where it's like they keep connecting to my computer when I want it to be connected to my phone. I keep switching it back, and every time I do something on my computer, it switches back over to here, and it's like, ugh! Stay on the damn phone, please, pretty please, with a cherry on top. But yeah, no, sometimes it gets annoying. But frankly, you know, it's pretty good. And frankly, the base model iPhone's never been a better bang for your buck. iPhone, that's the dream setup right there. iPhone, wait, which one are we on? 17 base model. Apple Watch SE 3. And that's really all you need. It's really all you need. If you want something to do some work on, base model MacBook Air. That's like the 3 dream team. MacBook Air, you can get them for like, you can find them on sale pretty frequently for like under $1,000. Like under $1,000, plus if you also get get things whenever they're on sale. Don't ever get them full price. iPhone, a new iPhone is $800 for a base model. So 1,000 plus 800 plus 300 for the SE, depending. No, the SE starts at 250 or 260, depending on which size you get. Like I'm a big guy. I have big wrists, so I have the 44 millimeter. They have a 42 millimeter. With that one, if you don't have big wrists, it should be like 250. And if you get all of that on sale, it's gonna be under 2K. A lot of people don't have that kind of money, and frankly, I don't either. But you know, if you save up, you could slowly like start. Don't buy anything you don't need. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Don't spend your money on things you can't afford or you don't need. Don't do it. This is just if you're already looking, so maybe upgrading from do not upgrade to the newest iPhone unless it's like 13 or older. 13 or older, that's like a good, like, okay, maybe I should look into getting, because a good rule of thumb is whenever your iPhone stops getting updates, that's probably when you should start looking into maybe upgrading. Is whenever it stops getting updates. Which frankly, mine is still getting updates, but I just feel like the way it is at the moment is just holding me back for many things. So, but that's just me. I got the time and the energy to look into this sort of thing. So, yeah. Also, Apple, what the fuck are you doing with your designs? Like, what the fuck is this? Ew. Why does it look like that? Yeesh. Look at blob. It's got a visor. What do you're not Master Chief, dude. You're not Master Chief. Also, can we get, like, Apple, could you, like, update the Mac? Could we get more ports, please, on the base model, please? Like, can I get, like, an extra USB-C? Please, just one more USB-C. I'm just begging for one more USB-C. 2 is not enough. 2 is not enough. It's a struggle. I don't have any ports, dude. Where the fuck are my ports? And I don't want to shell out for the Pro. I might... I might or I might not shell out for a Pro. mostly because it has an SD card slot. It has an extra USB-C port, and it has an HDMI port. But I'm probably not going to use the HDMI port because I'm not really going to present anything unless I go to like a film festival or something. Ooh. Maybe I want to go to a film festival. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Either way, that was just my opinion. That was just me yapping. Ladies and gentlemen, be the change you want to see in the world. And thank you for your time. And have a very Merry Christmas. Ho 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 ho. Ho ho ho. Ho. Alright. Peace out, y'all.